Congress passed the biggest tax overhaul in more than 30 years today, but they're fighting to keep everyone on board for another critical vote. KCAL9 political reporter Dave Bryan is here with all of this. Another critical vote.
They just keep coming, right? I mean, there was plenty to celebrate today for the Trump administration, no question about that. But already there are storm clouds gathering on another crisis in Washington. The tax bill celebration was short-lived because looming ahead is a fractious federal budget funding crisis with only a couple of days to get it settled. But the passage of the GOP tax bill is unquestionably the most important legislative victory of the Trump administration's first year. The celebration began early at the White House as President Trump and congressional Republicans finally got the legislative victory they so badly needed just in time.
It's always a lot of fun when you win. If you work hard and lose, that's not acceptable.
The victory party took place soon after the House of Representatives passed the nearly $1.5 trillion tax cut bill on Wednesday for a second time, with a message for working Americans with families.
And with this vote, it'll be the House, the People's House, that officially sends this historic legislation to President Trump's desk.
Your tax rates are going down and your paychecks are going up. This is the kind of relief that Americans deserve.
The bill delivers tax cuts for most middle-class families, but there are bigger gains for the wealthy and for large corporations, while creating uncertainty in the health care system by repealing the Obamacare mandate. And the new tax law would add more than $1 trillion to the nation's deficit over the next 10 years, according to nonpartisan analysis reports. In fact, it was a double victory for the president, who seemed to take special pride in taking down Obamacare.
I hate to say this, but we essentially repealed Obamacare because we got rid of the individual mandate, which was terrible.
Most experts agree that could, in the long run, be a fatal blow to the Affordable Care Act. But there is considerably less cheering about the tax bill passage in California, New York, and New Jersey, high tax states where deductions for state and local taxes paid will be capped at $10,000. And the number of itemized deductions available to taxpayers has also been stripped down as well. For those reasons, a few Republicans, including Orange County Congressman Dana Rohrabacher and Darrell Issa, joined all the Democrats in voting no on the bill. Most experts believe the new tax plan will have a staggering impact on California.
If we use 2015 as a tax example, Californians would lose $61 billion in deductions just from pulling back the property and state tax deduction. When you don't itemize and you have maybe 2 kids and you make $50,000, you're probably gonna save something like $600–700. If you are a married couple earning around $200,000 and have, say, 2 children, you're probably gonna break about even. As time goes on, you're gonna lose more deductions and you're gonna end up paying more.
There are only 2 places where America's popping champagne: the White House and the corporate boardrooms, including Trump Tower. Otherwise, Americans have a lot to regret. And the biggest corporations make out like bandits, while the middle class gets crumbs and tax hikes.
The GOP tax scam is about bleeding the middle class dry to pad the pockets of corporate America and the wealthiest 1%.
Now, there are multiple reports tonight, including in the Wall Street Journal, that President Trump might wait until January to sign the new tax bill, despite this big rush to pass it. Depending on how negotiations go for extending the government funding budget, if President Trump signs the tax bill before the end of the year, it could trigger major cutbacks in sensitive programs like Medicare next year. An election year, I might add. However, if he waits to sign the bill in January next year, those cuts wouldn't come into play until 2019, after the midterm elections. So, see how this works?
Yeah, David, you mentioned the federal budget funding issue. So where
Right.
does that all stand right now with only a few days to go?
Well, I got to say it stands at a very precarious point right now. If Congress doesn't pass some kind of federal government funding continuation bill by Friday, 2 days from now, some facilities would start closing down and federal workers would be facing furloughs. Right now, it appears the Republicans will not be able to pass that bill without some votes from Democrats, and that could be difficult to get. Some conservatives are upset with a proposed $81 billion disaster relief package for hurricane-ravaged communities and for California wildfire devastation. A lot to work with there, Lena.
Sure. All right, Dave,
Yeah.
thank you.